ask about Chelsea, Carlito, because I said it. You're a strange bunch. And there was really good moments in the game, really poor moments in the game, but you walk away with a point. What did you make of your boys today?
Terry, I really liked your intro, by the way. You are very well spoken.
I didn't script it either.
No, I don't think so.
Did you see what I meant by how can
I got you.
How can I write a script when Liverpool literally scored in the last minute? How do I write
it? You are as advertised, my man. You are very good at this. I'm a little jealous, but I appreciate you, buddy. Look, before we even get into that, thank God that all of a sudden the Carabao Cup has become the second most important fucking trophy in football. Because prior to this, I have never seen such dialogue around such a tertiary cup. But since I guess the $1 billion bottle jobs, which is a specious and inaccurate statement, since they fucked it up, all of a sudden it becomes this enormous trophy, and the story is the kids, even though the average age of Liverpool was older than Chelsea. It's another narrative that they don't want to talk about. Fair enough. Okay, so I was accused of saying that Brian Clough said great managers make great sides. Yeah, Brian Clough is one of the reasons why I started coaching. I love Brian Clough, but he was also talking about himself, which is something that he's done his entire career prior to him dying. So that's another ridiculous statement. I got to be honest with you, Terry. I have a very difficult time with this fan base and their relationship with this club. I'm almost anti-fan because I don't have such a myopic and narrow relationship with this game as channeled through the medium of this club. I have a much larger relationship with this sport. Chelsea is my favorite team, of course, but I don't live and die by just Chelsea. And fans that are just fans and have no other type of relationship with this club, they didn't play, they didn't coach, they don't write about it. If they're just fans, it shows. It really, really does show. And they expose their ass all the time. A perfect example is this new thing, because there's always a thing with Chelsea fans. The new thing is the halftime talk. Okay? At halftime, Mauricio Pochettino has 15 minutes with them, and apparently he tells them to stop trying, to take your foot off the gas, and to be laissez-faire. None of those things are actually true. But now that is the new thing that Chelsea fans are blaming the manager for. Apparently the manager is at fault for Disasi not challenging a very clear ball that was his that led to the first Brentford goal. Apparently that's the manager's fault. Apparently it's the manager's fault that the best player on the team, Cole Palmer, missed a clear-cut opportunity in the 18. Should have buried it. He's an extremely good player. Can do no wrong in my eyes. I love Cole Palmer. But apparently that's the manager's fault. And the reality is this, because there are two Spurs fans on it, and I'm glad that they're on. The reality is this. Chelsea fans don't like Mauricio Pochettino because he used to coach for Tottenham. And anything that he does is exacerbated to the 10th degree in a negative fashion every single time he fucks up because he used to coach for Tottenham. They hate this team so much that they associate him with it, and they will never give him a fair shake. Anything he says in the media, it's because of Tottenham. Anything he does selection-wise, it's because of Tottenham. And they'll never give him a fair shake, and it's an incredibly disingenuous criticism when what they should be really doing is blaming the players. Because the players are the players that play. They're responsible for their mistakes. They're responsible for their goals and all their praises and all the women and all the drugs and all the money that they get. But they're also responsible for their mistakes. And yet this fan base does not want to do that because they fucking hate Pochettino.
Dom, what's your take on that, bro? And obviously you're at the game today. Yes, Fatal, how you doing, man? Hope you're good. Hope you're good, brother. Hope you're good, my G. What did you make it today, Don? I know you were at the game.
Yeah. Can you not hear me okay?
Yeah, perfect, bro.
Yeah, bro, I can't lie, man. Listen, when I saw that lineup, I wasn't happy, man, because straight away, it's just negative. You know what I mean? This team has barely played in a back three. Because at first, I thought Chilwell would be playing at left wing. I couldn't believe it when I was seeing three at the back. People are trying to make excuses for it, saying, it's because Brentford have a lot of height. But look how many headers we're still conceding, Terry. How many times have I come on here saying, time and time again, this guy thinks about the opposition too much, and we still end up conceding headers. We still end up conceding set pieces. And the same problem was happening again today. Do you know what I'm saying? So in that first half, everything was just slow, man. Side-to-side football. I wasn't really seeing many patterns. You know what I mean? But we kind of grew into the half. Jackson was a very good goal. You know, Gusto whipped it.
He's a very good player. I like
Very,
that.
very good header from him. And like I said, we grew into the game a little bit, but I was looking at it like, yo, listen, big second half now, because one thing about us, I don't know what Poch says to these lot at half time, bro.
There it is, Terry. There it is.
We always come out worse. We always come out worse in the second half. Carlito, mute yourself, my brother. Mute yourself for now, yeah. But as I was saying, bro, in the second half, the in-game management just was not good enough. I was looking at Brentford, yeah, and they looked like they were gonna score. You know what I'm saying? They pushed up a lot higher than the first half because they could smell blood. And this is a team that have lost their last 10 games in the last 12, Terry. Right? And we ended up giving them something. Do you know what I mean? It was very clear to see that we needed a little bit more width. I was looking at the pitch. It was very clear because Brentford's a small stadium. I showed you a picture of the stadium. Very nice stadium, by the way, but it's a small pitch. I'm looking at Gallagher, right wing. I'm looking at Enzo, left wing. I'm looking at it. I was talking to Dan and Fats next to me and Alex, and I'm like, bro, what's going on here? The shape's a mess. You know what I'm saying? And then surprise, surprise, they score a goal. And then as always, reactionary. That's when Mudryk comes on. That's when Sterling comes on. And surprise, surprise, we play a lot better because that's the formation that these lot are used to. Do you know what I mean? But by then, it was a little bit too late. So this is the problem I've got with this manager, man. He's not brave enough. Yes, we had a few chances here and there that we should have buried. Like Palmer's chance, he should have buried that one. Enzo, like I said, in the second half wasn't good on the ball. But I can't ignore the fact that he was literally playing left wing in the second half. Do you know what I'm saying? But the in-game management, again, was not good enough. It was very clear that we had to change something. And he only did it when they fucking scored. And that's the theme of this guy's guy's time at Chelsea. He's not brave enough. You know what I'm saying?
Carly, I was just sort of said a moment ago. Like,
the reaction of the fans were screaming Pochettino.
Yeah, and exactly, yeah. The fans were screaming, get like, what was it? Yeah, fuck off Maurizio, fuck off Maurizio. I was screaming it loud as well because I don't want him at the club anymore.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Carly,
because the fans.
listen to what Carly has got to say, because Carly, just before you came on, was sort of saying that this narrative about Poch is wrong. Carly, like, have your say, mate.
No, it's an incredibly disingenuous argument. Chelsea fans hate Tottenham. I mean, it is as simple as that. Everyone thinks this is an Arsenal-Chelsea rivalry. No, it is not. It is always going to be Tottenham-Chelsea. That is the biggest rivalry we have, even though they have no trophies. But it's a city thing, okay? It's always going to be that way. They don't like this guy. Anything that he does, they will criticize, okay? Chalobah shits his pants at back post on Wednesday. It's Pochettino's fault. That's absurd.
But no one's saying that, Carlito, though. No one's saying that. You've literally just heard.
Yes, they are.
Okay, people might be saying that online. That's fine. Yeah, I'm one of the few Chelsea fans that was defending this man and saying we should bring him into the team, right? Because of what he did with young players. We've got a lot of young players, but he hasn't been able to do the bare minimum. You know what I'm saying? I've come on here. I've spoke about some of the players. I've said, Palmer should have finished his chance. You man know how much I love Palmer, but in front of goal today, he wasn't good enough. It was a very good assist from him, but overall in front of goal, not good enough. When he shoots, bro, like there's no power in the shot. He's always trying to bend it instead of just putting his foot through it. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's really frustrating to watch. Do you know what I mean? But end of the day, I ain't got an agenda on Poch because I wanted Poch to do well. But if he keeps constantly making mistakes, I'm gonna call him out on it, bro. It's got nothing to do with him being a Spurs manager. But end of the day, the guy's not brave enough, and he has no idea how to use these players a lot of the time. Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh, I mean, I would agree that Gallagher should not even be on this team, and yet he plays him every game.
Carlito, you want a perfect example, the fact that a rival can go to another club and the actual other club love him more. As much as I hate him, Sol Campbell left us to Arsenal. And Arsenal fans to this day love him. So even if somebody goes from one club to another as a rival, if they do well, the club's going to love them.
But you're talking about Chelsea fan base.
I will say that about tribalism, and I will say this, and this isn't a dig at any of our international fans because I don't know what it's like to support football in your countries. As much as over here you don't want like a rival player or manager coming to your club, but I remember when we got Jose, and obviously we had a really good sort of rivalry with you during the Jose Fergie times, and at first I was like, it's Chelsea. And then what I started to get excited about was I'd love him it didn't happen, of course, but I'd love him to come to us and win the Champions League with us because that would really hurt Chelsea fans. And I think there are a lot of Chelsea fans who maybe at first go, Poch is Spurs. But imagine he comes here and wins us trophies. Imagine he comes here and wins us the league. That actually hurts Spurs fans more. It hurts Spurs fans to this day that Sol Campbell did the Invincibles with their biggest rivals. So I get where you're coming from, but if Poch's teams are playing well, and I get your point, And I don't think they actually think that the team talks are so uninspiring at halftime. The players are coming out. And
I disagree with you on that one. I think that they really believe that.
So some young people online might think that. When people say, "What the hell is he doing at halftime?" It's more of an expression of saying, "How the hell are we so lackluster and slow at the beginning of the second half?" No one actually thinks he's going in there and say, "Guys, what I want you to do at the beginning of the second half is act like you've only got one leg." No one thinks that. What they're saying is, "Why are we so slow after halftime? What is going on in there?" They don't literally mean what is he saying.
Respectfully, you're the same guy that called him a coward after the team talk prior to the overtime in the Carabao Cup.
He was a coward.
Yeah, he is a coward.
So
Terry's right for that. Terry's right for that.
Terry, you're talking out of both sides of your mouth. Now, let's be very clear here.
No, I'm not.
You are.
No,
Terry's right for saying that.
Look,
I can explain to you why.
Here's a perfect example.
I can explain to you why I'm not talking out both sides of my mouth. Okay. I don't think they sat back in extra time because of a poor, uninspiring speech. I think he told them to sit back, absorb the pressure, and try and wait it out for penalties and not to be too expansive in the attack. That is a tactical decision that I think was cowardly. I'm not stating that they sat back because they were uninspired by what he said. They're two different things. I don't think that it's an uninspiring team talk that's leading to this. I thought it was a cowardly tactical approach from the manager and from the team in extra time. So they're two fundamentally different components in my view.
You're not comprehending
that team talk. Then that is fundamentally lackluster.